Hello and happy Friday. Welcome to today's free live training Friday. If you guys are new, my name is Astaria, and on Fridays we do some free live training. We've been talking about law of attraction all week with finding your life purpose. So we're going to take the two energies together, we're going to alchemize them and make magic with them. So in today's session, we'll be talking about how you can find your life purpose without actually having to take an action step, and how you can do that through law of attraction. But before we do that, we're going to jump into a quick collective card pull. I've got this beautiful law of attraction deck here. So we're just going to grab a card to start the session, give everybody a moment to kind of jump on, and let's get a card real quick. Law of attraction magic. Let's see what we need to hear today. Beautiful. Okay. Card says, my happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. Ooh, that is powerful. I feel like I want to read that one more time. My happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. So what this is saying to me is we have desires. We have things we want to do. We have things that we want, right? Things, it can be physical, it can be tangible, it can be a goal to achieve, whatever it is. And sometimes when we operate outside of ego, we come in with control, and I need it to happen now. I need it to happen by this date. I need it to happen with this person. Here's exactly how I want things to happen. And so what the card is saying is the direct reflection of happiness is going to be allowing yourself to trust the process, right? Everything has a vibrational match. And so when we can release all of that control that comes from the ego, and we can just surrender to the moment, surrender to trusting the process, because what we need, or what we want, what we desire, may not come in right when we expect it. And it might come in on a later date. It might come in through another place or another person. And so if we can get in the state of just letting it go and letting things flow and trusting the process, right? Then we truly surrender. And then you're in this moment of, okay, bliss, right? Happiness. And then we've released all the control of the quantum field. So it allows us to allows the stuff that we desire to come to us. Law of attraction, things will come to you. So having that level of faith means having that trust in the universe, having that trust in the divine plan, and trusting the process along the way. So this is going to be today's collective card pull. And how's everybody doing today? We're going to jump into the free live training here. And if you guys missed, over on my Facebook page, the business page, my profile, and in the Facebook group, I've been talking about finding your life purpose, blocks that come up along the way, even over on YouTube and the community post sections. There's stuff about that as well. But I'm going to share a story with you and how I found my life purpose. So first, I want to state that I believe we have many life purposes. I don't think we just have one and then that's it. You may have a role as a mother. You may have a role, or a father, right? You may have a role as a partner, a business partner, or a romantic partner. It could be your job. Your job can change over the years. You may start being a teacher, and then you go into accounting, and then you go into counseling. And it doesn't matter what your life purpose is, because that's your purpose. So your purpose is always going to be different than mine. But let me talk about where I was and then how I shifted more into my soul's mission. So I was living more before 2019. I had my Kundalini awakening in 2019, and my whole world shifted. So before then, I lived a lot of 3D energies. I lived in the matrix, right? And so at that time before the awakening, I worked in bars, I worked in restaurants, I worked in clubs. And that was fine. It was a fine job. It was fun, but it didn't provide me purpose. And so one of the things that happened after I went through my awakening, I was looking for meaning in my life. I was looking for purpose. I wanted to not just help myself along the journey. I wanted to help others. I wanted to help humanity, but I had no idea what to do. All I really knew was, managing bars and working in clubs and bartending and serving. So I was like, I need to make a big quantum jump into this new version of me. Like, I don't want to live my life purpose. I want to step into my soul's mission. And I was so eager. I was so excited to learn all the spiritual stuff. And I got into tarot cards and Reiki and crystals and shamanic practices and so many things. But I was like, how do I turn this passion, right? How do I turn this new excitement energy I have for the spiritual world into a life purpose? For me, the life purpose I was being guided towards was for a career because, again, I was looking for meaning, more meaning with what I did with work. Yes, all around, I was looking for more meaning in life, but I also wanted to shift my career. Again, like I said, I had no idea what to do. So here's how law of attraction worked for me to align me with new energies that got me into my life purpose. So at the time, I was seeing a cranial sacral therapist. And if you guys are not familiar with cranial sacral, it's just a form of energy work. So you get on a Reiki table or a massage table and they work on you energetically. And so I was seeing this cranial sacral therapist, and she recommended me to take a Reiki class. And for me, there was at that time, I knew nothing about Reiki. I hadn't even heard of it. It wasn't calling to me, and I was like, I don't know what this is. And she kept being like, no, you have this gift. It's going to help you evolve on the spiritual path, and you really should take it. It's going to help. It's going to benefit you so much. And so, just as the card talks about trusting, having the level of faith in the universe, I was like, okay, I'm all new to the spiritual world. Like, what can it hurt? So I took this Reiki class, just to kind of learn spirituality, learn more about myself. And so I did it for myself, had no idea, because I'm a Reiki practitioner, had no idea that I was going to step into it with a career. It wasn't something I even had in my thought process for over a year, maybe even almost a year and a half. On my Reiki journey, I ended up taking Usui Reiki 1, 2, and 3, before I even got a Reiki table. So this wasn't even an idea of career, right? So I'm doing stuff, trusting the universe. Somebody guided me to take this Reiki class. Through there, my Reiki master also taught tarot. And I've had tarot decks since I was a teenager, but they were more for fun. And I would just read cards and get the book out. And so I was like, okay, I'll take this tarot class again for just me. And so I was being guided towards it again. Cranial sacral therapist introduced me to the Reiki master, who introduced me to tarot. And I was just trusting the process along the way. Right. And so beautiful how that card aligns. I had no idea this would shift me. So here I am for over a year, still wondering, like, I can't go back to the bars. Like, it doesn't resonate with me anymore. I would actually start getting physically sick when I would walk into work because I'd raised my vibration and my level of consciousness so much. And it was more vibrating down here. And so it was such a dissonant match it didn't match. And so my body was even telling me, leave the bars, leave the bars. So I spent about a year going, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I want to do. And then all of a sudden it clicked, right? Oh my God, like this is what I should do. Why not be a Reiki practitioner? Why not do tarot reading? So what happened was all I had to do was trust the universe and step in the energy of spirituality. This is how law of attraction works. I had no idea what I was going to do. And I trusted the process, and I just took one step at a time because I was guided there. And so I took the class, started to meet some beautiful souls, and kept evolving spiritual tools. And again, it was all for my own personal development. I was having fun with it. This is something I could do all day, like the tarot and the Reiki, and not get paid for it. And that's how you know you're in passion and purpose. That if you can have a job that you would do for free, that's what you should lean into. So anything that you could do, you're like, man, I could do this all day. Like, I just love this. Step into that as your passion and purpose. So my journey didn't imply looking for jobs, applying to jobs, going on interviews. I sat and I waited for the universe to align the right energies with me. And I didn't operate out of ego. I just trusted the process. I stepped into the energy of spirituality. I wasn't even sure what Reiki was, but I was like, okay, I'm going to trust that this is the right energy for me. I took the tarot class just for fun. Again, I stepped into energy of spirituality. Law of attraction brings things to you. So what happened as I was on this journey, people were asking me for Reiki treatments. People were asking me for tarot card readings. And I started doing it for fun. And then for friends. And then I started trading for other services. I was like, wait a second, like, oh my God, I can make this a career. And it shifted my whole reality. It shifted my whole career. It shifted everything. And all it took was me stepping into that energy of what I desired. I desired something with spirituality. That's all I knew. I wanted to work in the spiritual world. I wanted to get out of more of the physical 3D matrix world. No idea what it was. And I didn't need to know. I just needed to have that level of faith, as the card says, and just step into it. So sometimes just stepping into that energy without any action steps, the law of attraction will bring those people to you, will bring the right places to you, the right experiences, the right opportunities. So again, it was like people were just knocking at my door, like, "Ooh, can I get a reading? Can I get a reading?" And how many knocks do you get until you're like, "Okay, universe, this is what I'm supposed to be doing," right? So the moral of the story is, right, you don't actually have to take action steps. You don't actually have to go out if it's a job and apply for jobs and look for jobs. You just step into that of what you desire. Mine was very general spirituality, and it works for me because I do so many things in the spiritual world. I do energy clearings. I work with crystals. I do coaching, right? Chakra coaching, stuff like that. I do sound journeys. Like that wasn't even something that was in my energy of existence. I never even thought about sound therapy. But the more I stepped in the spiritual path, the more things started lining up for me. I got invited to go do a 2-week sound practitioner training. And I was like, okay, let's go do this. Again, I didn't think about it as a career. I was just going to do it for the experience because I knew the power of vibrational sound healing. I knew how much it had changed my life, and I was doing it out of fun. I was doing it out of passion, and it was providing me a sense of purpose on my spiritual side. It was nourishing my soul. So I'm stepping into the energy of spirituality. And then career opportunities would line up. Oh, do you do sound baths? I'd love to get a group of people together. This is people were coming to me. And I was like, well, why not? Like, let's do it, you know? And again, it just evolved into doing it for fun and for free. And then I was trading for services. And then I was getting paid clients. And more people were coming. And it was all because I just decided to step into a new energy. I let go. First, I had to decide, like, because I could have stayed at that bar that whole year, right? I sat there for a year and I didn't know what I was going to do. And I need money, right? You got to pay bills and stuff, but I knew it wasn't in alignment with me. And so, sure, you can stick where you're at, but the old energy can block new. And I knew I couldn't go back to that bar. So again, trusting the process, the bar wasn't right for me anymore. So I left the bar and I waited for that right opportunity to come. Now, it's not always going to take a year for everybody. Some people can figure things out in a day, a week, a month, a year, whatever your journey is. There is no right or wrong, but you just start stepping into that energy because that's a law of attraction. What you desire will come to you. Like attracts like. It's on the vibrational scale. So I stepped into spirituality. So more spiritual opportunities kept showing up for me. It grew from Reiki to tarot to sounds to shamanic practices to like it still keeps going into coaching. And the more I keep stepping into spirituality, the more my spiritual gifts keep opening, the more clients keep coming up to me. I start learning astrology, numerology, and the list goes on and on and on. And all because I just stepped into the energy of what I desired. So again, you don't even have to know what it is. You're like, I have no clue what I want to do, but I want to do something different. Figure out what it is. Maybe it's spirituality. Maybe it's just like me. Maybe you're tired of working the 9 to 5 job and you want to step into something more spiritual, right? And sure, make an income. It doesn't even have to be a career. It could be passive income. You know, I do tarot readings on Etsy on the side. You could still have your 9 to 5, but you're looking for more soul mission energy, more fulfillment, and you get like tarot readings on Etsy. You step into that spiritual world. So if you and we'll stick with the spirituality energy just because that's what the story aligns with. So if you're looking for something more life purpose around spirituality and you're not sure what to do, well, how do I find these things? Nobody's recommending a Reiki class to me. I don't got a tarot card teacher. There's plenty of spiritual events all around you. If you look on Facebook and you look in your area, look up local on the events, right? What kind of spiritual events are going on in your area? Get in the Facebook spiritual groups that are local in your community. Check out the app Meetup, see what's going on. They have local like energy working circles. They have drumming circles. There's so many different things you could do in the spiritual world. They have meditation classes, get in a yoga studio because you'll start stepping in that energy. So the more you step in that spiritual energy, you'll start meeting like-minded souls, opportunities will show up, experiences will show up. You'll meet the right person, place, or thing at the right time. So don't have the energies work against you. In short, there's nothing wrong with going out and looking for jobs and applying for jobs and going on interviews. You can bring that energy to you with law of attraction by just stepping into what you desire without even knowing what it is. It was so powerful. It was so powerful. It changed my life. I just stepped in the spiritual world. And then all of a sudden it shifted my whole career. It shifted my whole, I mean, a lot of stuff, my mindset, my personal development, everything. But when we're talking about life purpose with career relating to the story, all it took was me to say yes to me in that one thing. It was one action step. One action step. I stepped into that Reiki class And everything after that just snowballed into more and more and more and more beautiful opportunities. And I met so many beautiful souls along the way and changed my life. So if you're looking to find meaning in your life, just step into that, what you're looking for. Find those like-minded souls. It doesn't even have to be spiritual like-minded souls. Step in, start hanging around people that work in that area of focus, that area of work that you want to work in. Just start being around that. Like if you wanted to do something with stocks and trading, like go get out at the local stock market, go get out and trade, go do stuff, go be around business people, like go to conventions, go to wherever it is that you're looking for, right? Natalie Reed's just jump on. Hi, Natalie, how are you? She's a librarian. She was just at a librarian conference, right? So even if she hadn't been a librarian, but was really into books and wanted to do something, she could go to the librarian conference and meet somebody who would give her an opportunity. And it may not even be to work at the local library. All of a sudden, she could be doing an event, an expo, a workshop, anything, because she's, again, we're using this as an example. Let's say she stepped into it and then all of a sudden opportunities came her way. So start hanging around with people or go to places or do things that align with that you desire. And you don't have to take the action step. You bring that energy towards you through law of attraction. It will attract you. Like will always attract like. So whatever you're looking for, change in your life, or wherever you're looking to go, just step in that energy. If you're looking more of something of the mental world, of the emotional world, like figure out where it is you need to step into and start doing things that surround that around there. And then it will come to these opportunities. And it could be money, it could be career. But again, we don't have to work so hard. Law of attraction is always working, whether we believe it or not, right? Because if you don't believe law of attraction is working, it's going to keep showing you that it doesn't exist because that's your belief. But if you do believe law of attraction is working, you're going to keep seeing it working over and over and over because, again, that's your belief. It will keep bringing to your beliefs, your vibration, that energy. So you just step in that energy of what you want and it will come to you. And this could work on so many energies, right? You could use it for love, you could use it for money. Like law of attraction is really powerful. But when doing the life purpose, sometimes it just doesn't, you don't have to know. You don't have to take that action step. You just have to step into that energy of what you desire and things will come to you. Now, along this journey, I've throughout all the different trainings and I worked with different teachers and masters and gurus and just a bunch of beautiful souls that have been along the way. I got a bunch of skills and I realized that there was this common theme when people woke up, like after a spiritual awakening, they felt like me, and people came and they told me, like, I resonate with your story. That was me. I woke up and I didn't want to work the 9 to 5 anymore. It was draining. It was soul sucking. Like, I can't work in office. I can't work in the corporate world, but I don't know what to do, Astari, is what they tell me. And they'd be like, well, I need to change my life. I need to change my career. Like, I want to help people. I want to help humanity. I want to do spiritual work. And so one of the things that I ended up formulating, so the life purpose blocks actually lie in the root chakra. And if you guys aren't familiar with the work that I do, I am a chakra coach. I do believe that if we balance these energy centers, we can heal ourselves physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. If you guys are not familiar with chakras, we have 7 major. There's 114, including the minor, but I work with the 7 major, and like I said, they relate to you physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. They also relate to different parts of your body and organs and stuff like that. And so for me, what I've realized by balancing out that chakra, all of a sudden, whatever is blocking you, my life purpose block, right? I was working on my root chakra heavy at that time too. Things started to come to me. And so there's a couple ways you can go about this. There's so many different ways, right? There's no one set right way. But for me, what I realized is when you work with the root chakra, and you get rid of those blocks, all of a sudden things can come in because those blocks are stopping that from coming in. And so what I've realized is when you work with the chakras, most people want to either balance it. Okay, let's bring it, balance it, or they want to open it. Okay. And they usually you just try to balance or open it. But I found a really good path that works as lasting results. Okay. Because we have these blocks. We have stuff from childhood. We have stuff from family and friends and exes and blocks that are going on in our life right now and past life and parallel life and all these different energies that are trapped in this beautiful sacred energy center, the root chakra. And so you could balance it, but what tends up happening when you just balance it, 6 weeks, 6 months, a year later, whatever it is, these blocks come back up because it's like putting a Band-Aid on it. You don't actually work through the trauma and the pain and the blockages. So for me, what I realized, I have a system that does heal, balance, cleanse, align, and then activate and open. So what we do in like the root chakra coaching is 1 week we work through these life purpose blocks and we remove those blocks. And then there's a lot of other practices we do that kind of balance and center and align it. So then that chakra opens naturally, it activates through this whole system, and then it opens. And so all blocks can be removed. Now, chakras are going to go overactive and underactive all the time. They're just never going to be completely open and completely centered in its center, right? So that's normal if they go underactive or overactive. But when you learn these skills to unblock it, you pull the root cause, the roots out. The roots in this example is the trauma, right? So we're going to get to the root cause of everything, and we're going to pull them out, and then we're going to replace it with maybe new healthy coping mechanisms or spiritual practices or whatever it is that you may particularly need to balance and center that chakra. So then once we get to the root cause, it's no longer putting a band-aid on it anymore. You work through those blocks, you work through the karmic blocks, you can now move forward. So 6 weeks, 6 months, a year later, you don't have those blocks come up anymore. So it's really profound to go in and heal and then balance, align, center, so the chakra could activate and open naturally. And then once it's naturally open, then you just kind of maintain it. And when it gets overactive or underactive, because you'll have all these great skills that we learn. So if anybody's interested in any of the chakra stuff, we could definitely jump on a call to talk about that. But I do have a 7-month Master Your Moon Cycle program, which works with each chakra per moon cycle. So that's like a full chakra cleanse. If anybody's interested, you guys can type chakra in the comments, and we could jump on a call, a 15-minute call to talk about formulating a plan of action of what you need to work through these blocks, where you're most blocked, and then we can formulate a plan to get your energy centers balanced so then we can get them open properly. But also, that was just a little snippet, going back to just life purpose. So one of the weeks in the root chakra, we do a life purpose session, and things can be rather clear once we remove these blocks. So the life purpose session is just a one-time coaching session. If you guys are interested in that, we could do that as well. I've had 100% success rate every time somebody has taken the life purpose single class with me. They've been able to find out what their life purpose is, step into some new action, formulate a plan, and then they can change their career or whatever it is they like. So it's something that's really powerful. You don't have to sign up for the whole root chakra. You don't have to sign up for the 7-month journey. It's just a one-time session where we're going to uncover those blocks and we're going to find your life purpose. So if anybody is interested in doing the life purpose, you guys can drop in life purpose into the comments. And if you guys are interested in the root chakra, it is a 21-day program. You guys can drop root chakra into the comments. But if you guys want the whole chakra cleanse, just drop chakra in the comments and we can talk about that. I will also drop a link in where you can schedule the free awakening call to see what's best for you. Because people come to me all the time. They're like, here's what I need. Here's what I want. And this is, again, coming from ego, because we think we know what we need. But sometimes we don't know exactly what we truly need from the soul's perspective. And through this plan that I formulated, heal, balance, cleanse, align, activate, and open, you may think your blocks are here, but when we work at it through a different energy center, bang, all of a sudden everything just gets cleared and gets open. The chakras balance itself out. So it's a really good program. And also we can figure out what exactly that is really blocking you. So I will drop a link in for the free awakening call. If you guys want to jump on 15-minute call, we can talk about the best way to uncover these blocks, what action steps you need to do it, how you can use law of attraction to do it, how balancing the chakras. And again, I formulate these plans based on your particular needs. So if you come to me, you may have root chakra blocks. Somebody else may have heart chakra blocks. So they're all intuitively channeled based on what exactly you need from your soul. And we uncover these blocks together. So energy is boomeranging. Okay, beautiful, Natalie. What you send out returns to you threefold. Send love to the world and receive love in return. Beautiful. And that also aligns with law of attraction as well, Natalie. Because again, whatever you put out will come back to you. Like attracts like. It's going to come back on that vibrational scale. So I will just in one moment, I'll drop that link in if you guys want to formulate a plan to work out these blocks, or if you want to find your life purpose, you guys can definitely schedule that free awakening call. Other than that, I'm sending you guys so much love, so much light. Hope you're having a beautiful, magical day. And if you got anything out of this video, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. This way I know you got something that resonated. If you guys haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, you want to hit that subscribe button. Why? Because I don't want you guys to miss out on any upcoming messages. That next message just might be the message that you need to hear today. All right, my loves. See you next time. Till then, be blessed.